Hello everyone, today we'll be doing phrasal verbs and idioms, and this is your final chapter of English grammar. So let me just quickly tell you what are phrasal verbs. So phrasal verbs it constitutes of two words like you can see here, phrase and verbs. So like I had told you, a phrase is a bunch of words that does not make complete sense, but it gives a little bit of sense. So you take a bunch of words, and the main word in those bunch of words is a verb, along with a few other words, and they all have a specific meaning. We call that a phrasal verb. Let me just break it down for you. So basically, a phrasal verb is a group of words together, and the main word of a phrasal verb is a verb. Along with the verb, there is often a preposition. Then sometimes with the verb there is an adverb, and sometimes with the verb there are both adverbs as well as preposition. But the most important part is that these group of words definitely need to have a verb. Like for example, see an example, so a few examples are given here. Turn on. So turn is a verb which means to twist something, and with it there is a preposition on. On is a preposition, so turn on is a phrasal verb. Again, see, get here is a verb, along with it away is there, which is an adverb. So with this is again a phrasal verb, and like that fall off. So these phrasal verbs, they all have different meanings, like I just told you. Like here is a table with different phrasal verbs. Like get back to, here get is the verb and back to is the adverb, and the meaning of get back to is to resume. Like if I say you to get back to doing your homework, it means I'm telling you to resume doing what you were doing. Similarly, carry on means to continue, walk out of means to leave, look into means examine. Like if I will tell I will look into your doubt, it means I will examine your doubt, like that. So as you can see, it's a rather easy chapter. So basically a phrasal verb contains a verb and a preposition, or a verb adverb, or sometimes both preposition as well as an adverb. Alright. So in different context they have different meanings. Okay. Like if the words in a phrasal verb are separated, then their meanings are absolutely different. Like for example, here the verb get means to get back something, means to obtain something, and back means to return to the time of an earlier action, means to go back to the time when you are doing something. So when we combine these two words and it forms a phrasal verb, it means to resume, means to continue doing what you were doing. Okay. So one more thing, the prepositions or the adverbs that accompany the verbs, we call them as particles. Means, see, like I'll tell you here, get is the verb, carry is the verb, walk is the verb, look is the verb, etc. And the other words which are the prepositions or which are the adverbs, let me use a different color, these we call as the particles. Okay. So yeah, and one more thing, that in a phrasal verb, if you want to use the past form of it, then changes are made to the verb part, not to the other parts. Like for example, turn off means to switch off something. So if I want to write the past form of turn off, it will be turned off. Like you can see here, turned is turns, past has been used, turned. And if I write turn off, which we a lot of us often say, then that is wrong. So this is right and this is wrong. So what I just said is, you need, if you want to use the past tense of a phrasal verb, then you make changes to the verb part, not the preposition part. Like see here again, I was just turning off. See, ing is added to turn. If I add ing to of, that is I was turn offing the lights, then that is wrong. So I hope you understood the differences. So like I told you, every phrasal verb has a different meaning. Like turn the lights off means deactivate, turn the table around means to rotate the table, turn around it means, ठीक है, मतलब घुमाना. turn the radio on matlab to activate something like that. So using that we will try to do this exercise. I'll send you the answer solutions to this after the class. Then next we have types of phrasal verbs. Okay, this one is again an easy one. See, phrasal verbs are of two types, basically separable and inseparable. Like you saw all the phrasal verbs here, all of them were together, like turn off or get back to, carry on, walk out of, etc, etc. So these we call as inseparable. Like for example, here you can see these two sentences: get back to your work right now. Here get back is the phrasal verb and they both are in one place, so we call them inseparable. Inseparable मतलब इनको separate किया नहीं जा सकता. Okay, then again go on doing the great work. Here go on, they cannot be separated and we call this as inseparable. But here again see the example 3 and you will notice that here turn is here and off is here. Okay, and again you see number 4 here, please take his number down. Take is here and down is here. Okay, so if phrasal verbs are separated from each other, then we call them as separable phrasal verbs. Okay, that's it. So using the phrasal verbs, let us try to let us try to rewrite these sentences. Can I give a trial the dress to see whether it fits, or can I try on the dress to see whether it fits, like that. Be quick, the train is ready to leave, or we can write hurry up, the train is ready to leave. Okay, you must rise from bed early in the morning, or we can say like you must get up early in the morning, like that. So these are a few that I told you, others please try. Acha, one more thing. To solve this exercise, there is it has been written that you can take help from the appendix. I don't have a picture of the appendix. Appendix is basically the last page of your book, just before the before the jacket. Yes, see, there is a list of phrasal verbs given and the meanings are also given. Please go there and that might help you to do this one. Chalo. Then the next ones are idioms. Idioms are phrasal verbs. And they are also phrasal verbs. They are like phrasal verbs and they are made up of a set of words and they all have particular meanings. So unlike phrasal verbs which necessarily needs to have a verb in it along with others, idioms don't have such a rule. Like they are all set of words and they all have different meanings. Like see, for example, there is a idiom called as once in a blue moon. It means very rarely. There is no pattern to remember them. There you just need to memorize it. Once in a blue moon means very rarely. It means something happens very rarely. Like for example, we can say Halley's comet can be visible once in a blue moon. Means it can be seen once in 76 years. Then part and parcel means an inseparable part. Means hard work is part and parcel of success. That's not a very good sentence, something like that. Okay, so the same thing which I told here is written here. Phrasal verbs, they require a verb as the head along with the particles. Particle does not mean the signs atom, molecule, particle or dust particles. It means here the preposition and the adverb. So phrasal verb require a head with particles, but idioms, they have a clause or a complex phrase or with or without any verb in them. It basically means they are made up of any set of words and there is no necessary rule for it, but they all have different meanings to them. So here you have lots of idioms given along with their meanings and their examples to make your job easy. So please go through them and try to understand them, and if you don't understand something you can ask me. Okay, like for example, act the part or role means to pretend, or add fuel to the fire means instigate. Instigate means to make something worse, like that. Chalo, I'll end the class. I will end the video here. Thank you for watching. I hope you understood.